Hello and welcome to the last match of StarLadder Star Series Season 5 for the online group stages. And Star Series have kept it exciting until the very end, because this game is going to be the deciding game for both these teams. To decide which one of these two teams is going to go to Kiev. Because only one can prevail. We already have got a No Tidehunter, Empire, as well as a Fnatic going through. And they will be representing their teams at the LAN finals in Kiev on the 4th of April. By the way, for all you people wondering, the 4th of April is the first day. It runs until the 7th. So just so you're aware of that. The last team, so there's 4 teams in total. The last team that's going to be joining those 3 teams is going to be one of these two. The winner gets the spot. It's that simple. So is it going to be virtus.pro on the Dire side or Mousesports on the Radiant side? Well, we won't know yet. Now, one thing that we do have to notice is that Pass is actually not here tonight from Mousesports.
Turn to pick.
And they will be having a replacement. The Nino is standing in. But it's still, I mean, it's an important match. So it will cripple them a bit, for sure. But we're gonna see how this is gonna go. It's gonna be the Keeper of Light that gets panned out together with the Darkseer, with the Phantom Lancer and the Wisp getting panned out by Mousesports, and they're leaving the 2 in that are already picked up, the Bat and the Nyx. With the Bat Rider picking up first, and that is interesting. Normally you see the Nyx being picked up first, purely because the Nyx is such a great hero to have against the Bat Rider. You put a Spike Carapace, walk into his flames, and he gets stunned. It's brilliant. Nature's Prophet is going to be the pickup for Mousesports next after that, so not really giving anything away just yet. They could still go for a lot of different strategies here, and this kind of puts virtus.pro at a spot where they can decide what they want to be doing, but also, like, they don't really know what their opponent's going to do, so how much do they want to give away? It's basically that situation that you have right there. And of course they already know that Nature's Prophet is going to be on the opponent's side, so a bit is known. The split push potential is there. So if they really want to, they can still do something against that, like just pick up some extra counter push heroes, or maybe go for pushing heroes of their own. I mean, we still have the Gyrocopter and all those supports. I mean, you know which heroes are picked up very often. I'm not even going to tell that anymore. I mean, I can call them up every single cast that I do, but I'm sure you know it by now. And this is no surprise still yet, or at least hero-wise. We have seen these all before. Shadow Demon and Gyrocopter. Now, normally you see Gyrocopter together with the Bane, so picking up a Shadow Demon, I mean, it's nice because it works as well. I mean, you can still disrupt, and Gyrocopter will still have the time to walk up to the disrupted target and then just pop his rocket barrage. But the reason he is being picked up here instead of the Bane is purely because they don't want to give it to Mousesports, because Shadow Demon is a hero that is great against the Bat Rider. The disruption over the lasso target, of course, keeps him safe until the duration of the lasso is over, and then the target can just walk away afterwards. We're going to be seeing what Mousesports are going to be picking up. Oh god, it's an anti-mage. Well, we have seen Black's anti-mage before, and I think it kind of shows 2 things. It kind of shows 2 things. One, it is Black that's drafting. So he thinks, hey guys, I like playing anti-mage. I want to play anti-mage. We pick up anti-mage. So that, and secondly, you've got Mousesports in general. I mean, this is their chance to go to Kiev. They don't want to be giving it up, and they have a very good win rate with the anti-mage, and they are just want to be playing it safe. And anti-mage is one of those heroes that can definitely do that, and more importantly, he can also split push very well together with the Nature's Prophet. We do have a lot of pushing heroes there for banned out by virtus.pro, because they don't want to be pushed harder than they already are gonna be pushed. So the Chen and the Enchantress out, with the Lifestealer still out of the pool done by Mousesports. I mean, we have seen often enough that there is Lifestealers as well as Gyrocopter and stuff, and of course as well as Bat Riders, because you have got that Nyx bomb there with the Bat blinking in, etc. So that's the one that we see banned out. As far as lanes go for virtus.pro, Bat Rider is very versatile. He can go into the mid lane, he can go into the safe lane solo, or to the long lane solo. So you can't really know just yet what you're going to be seeing, and maybe because of that we might see a ban out for the Queen of Pain, because Queen of Pain is one of those heroes that you kind of don't want to face mid, depending on what Mousesports is going to plan to go for mid, of course. I mean, they might want to pick up Queen of Pain themselves, and they actually ban out the Leshrac, the hero that works well together with that disruption, of course. And Lina is still on the pool, as well as the Jakiro. Those 3 heroes kind of work the same way, of course, with the disruption, setting up their stuns / disables. And we have got the Rubik the ban out for virtus.pro. We have still got the Bane in the pool if they really want to pick that up. As far as supports go, of course, the solid supports that we normally see are the Shadow Demon and the Rubik and the Bane, and then the Shrek and the Lina, basically a bit of exchangeable, depending on what you need more, the burst or the sustain, I guess. But yeah, they ban out Lina as well, so that is really no surprise. We still have the Jakiro in the pool, so virtus.pro might think about picking that one up. In theory, though, they don't really need to go for a tri-lane. They could also just go for a dual lane and have the Shadow Demon and the Gyrocopter together. It could all work out just fine.
10 seconds remaining.
But we're going to be seeing it. And both of these teams, actually, they are not using that much of their bonus time. It's going fairly well for both of them, as in they are seemingly comfortable with what they pick. They are not cornered by the bans or picks of the other team. Maybe only now is virtus.pro taking a long time to think about what they actually want to be doing here, as, well, maybe they wanted to pick up the Shrek and Alina. Could be one of the reasons why they're taking an extra long time. It could also be discussing what they want to be picking up next, or as in not this one, but the one after that, and what of course they're expecting Mousesports to still want to do, because Queen of Pain and Puck both still in the pool, and both, well, especially Queen of Pain, just a very solid hero to have, and especially if you look at Mousesports, like, you know that Anti-Mage needs a bit of time to get his farm actually going. So I would then guess that Mousesports still wants to pick up a hero that can do a lot in that mid-game period. And Queen of Pain is one of those heroes that can do that, just like a Brewmaster can actually. So there's a lot of heroes with that level 6 that is just big. With the, you know, Beastmaster does the same thing. Maybe even a Windrunner. The Windrunner not as much, but you know, those kind of heroes that can still make a difference in that mid-game and distract the opponent enough to give Anti-Mage that time that he needs to farm. We've got the Undying being picked up by virtus.pro, so that's the one that they wanted to have. Now, one thing that we do have to note for a virtus.pro lineup so far, though, is that, of course, they've got the Lasso, longer cooldown disabled. They've got Disruption, which is definitely a disable, but you can't really hit while the target is disabled. So when he is out, he will be able to attack back as well. We're going to be seeing Gyrocopter that has a homing missile, not a really solid disable. And Undying and Night Stalker both don't really have a disable. We have, of course, the mini stomp from the Night Stalker, but disable-wise, virtus.pro is a bit poor, and they have picked up the Night Stalker, so I really want to see that, because I love seeing Night Stalker picks, especially if they work out, because it means that from minute 6 onward, we're going to at least see some action, I would think. We're gonna see Mousesports. They picked up the Visage, so that's like kind of saying, you know, this is gonna be a trial and that's gonna be dangerous for you to go on. We actually have seen Visages solo mid, though. Just want to point that out, but I'm not expecting it at this time. But we'll find out.
Reserve time.
We shall find out. Mousesports thinking about the last pickup, and of course, Nature's Prophet can be going into that jungle. And they can leave the top lane entirely open. It really depends if they're going to be expecting an aggressive tri-lane or not. And now that they know that the Night Stalker is there, I mean, that's mid-game right there. And of course, Night Stalker was considered to be a bit of a counter against the Anti-Mage, purely because of the silence and the way he works. That Night Stalker is, of course, like I just said, in the first nighttime, he can be very aggressive already, and Anti-Mage in the first nighttime, he's not really ready to do anything just yet, so he's gonna get silenced, and with the Nuke of the Void, might be enough to take him down in the end, but we'll see if this Night Stalker can indeed counter the Anti-Mage this time as well. We shall be finding it out as Mousesports Black actually taking all the time that he needs to think about this last pickup. It is 20 seconds that he has left in the bonus time, and for the first time really I feel like he is being slightly countered, slightly, you know, being put in a corner just to decide what they're going to be picking up, or maybe they're just using this time to decide what virtus.pro is going to run and if they're actually going to be having an aggressive tri-lane. And there's still the Jakiro, not on the team that I was expecting it, but it's still the same story with the Nyx Assassin. The Ice Path will be able to follow up on that Impale quite nicely, and it does mean that we're gonna see a fairly aggressive Visage, I was gonna say, but no, it's gonna be a fairly aggressive Nyx Assassin. So Nyx Assassin is gonna be played by Fada, and he will be going into that mid lane. We're gonna see, of course, Black on his Anti-Mage. We'll see Alex on the Jakiro with the Nino playing the Visage, and the last one is, of course, Quake5 who's gonna be playing that Nature's Prophet. Let's see what virtus.pro is going to be doing here. They smoked up, actually going to go towards the Radiant jungle. They have, of course, got the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon, one of those heroes that can start off those level 1 encounters really solidly. Get a good setup, get everybody in the right position. And he is going to be leading the charge here, trying to find a target. Going to find the Nino soon. He's going to be getting the disruption. Yes, he is. Here comes the Rocket Barrage as well. Iceman's going to try to help out. No time to pop the Rocket Barrage. Now he does, and the Nino is going to be getting dropped. And Ness picks up the first blood on his Shadow Demon. So Ness is going to be playing the Shadow Demon. We are going to see Airman playing the Gyrocopter with KSI on the Undying. Santa is going to be playing the Bat Rider, and Tamar Wild or Crazy is going to be playing the Night Stalker for his team. As we have Airman actually using another Rocket Barrage to pick himself up some Treants, and using 2 Rocket Barrages already. I mean, it's a fairly expensive skill to be doing. Can only use 2 more.
The battle begins.
The game is so boring, or what? 2 casters lead. Oh lol. Don't like level 1. Don't like level 1 kills. Maybe checked out a profile. That's probably the way that they did that. I mean, if you check out a profile, then you know that happens. Anyways, let's see how these matchups are gonna go. Like for these two, it's quite interesting because neither has gotten an escape, basically. Of course, you can count a bit of the Spec Carapace as a bit of an escape. Wait a second. Please don't kill yourself. Thank you. Well, I'll check out the middle lane. But both are here for the very same reason. Get those levels. Farm is gonna be nice, but it's not really necessary. They want levels. So it's quite interesting to see that, as we have got a Rocket Barrage from Black, but he is gonna be safe. He actually hasn't skilled anything just yet, as the disruption on the Nino will make sure that maybe he's gonna get put out of position, and he is indeed, but as is Ines. They're gonna be Rocket Barraging the Nino again though, and he is gonna go down, or is he? It's gonna be Ines that's gonna be going down as well if he's not careful, and he is not careful. Alex picks up the kill, 1 for 1. And Ines picking up the 2nd kill of the game as well, so he does have some gold. He did of course lose a bit with the kill that just went off, and he actually is gonna be back here any moment. He picked himself up some boots. The courier is already flying, so that's gonna be that. But in theory, this should be the most exciting lane to watch. I am gonna be sometimes dropping to other lanes, but in theory nobody should die here, at least not until level 6. Of course, until the nighttime for the Night Stalker, until level 6 for the next assassin. And on the top lane, it is gonna be Nature's Prophet that's gonna be careful. Santa might be going for some plays here if he thinks he has enough stacks up on Koikfa, and then he can go for a kill. But at the same time, Koikfa can make use of that if he thinks he's gonna be getting Santa to overextend, in which case Koikfa can get the kill. But it kind of depends on what he is planning to do here. And in theory, again, Bat Rider should be getting at least no action until he's level 6. Then he can be getting that last 2 up on Koikfa, of course. But it all depends on how they're going to be playing. And the bottom lane, like I said, is going to be the most active one, because it will be virtus.pro that's going to continuously look for those engagements. Going to have to look for those openings, because they are on the aggressive trail lane. They are here to shut down Black. And so far, they have been doing okay. He's got 5 for 2 for now. With Airman, of course, the farmer hero on the bottom lane for the Radiant team, for the Dire team, sorry. And he is on 7 for 8, so 8 for 0. 8 for 0. Too confusing. I have to also check this mid lane. It could go wrong so fast. The same thing goes for the top lane. If those stacks just go up, Santa could just try to chase this actually right now. Stacks go up, level 2 right now already, but he backs himself up. Is there gonna be a sprout? There is actually a sprout up on Nature's Prophet. If he feels like he finds the opening, it feels like Santa's overextending, then he could be trying to go for that, but yeah. It is all about that decision making, right? Courier is going to be bringing a bottle towards the Bat Rider, the empty bottle from Tamar Welsu in there, as we have got Ifala just getting his bottle as well. Gonna be able to just get this experience. He's level 4 right now. He's on 12 for 4, with Tamar Wild being on 16 for 1. So very even on levels. On the last hits, slightly in favor of the Night Stalker, but like I said, it doesn't really matter that much. The most important thing is levels. The most important thing is getting at level 6, getting that harassment up perhaps also, as we do see more harassment coming up from Tamar Wild, but no mana left anymore up on the Nyx. Fad already sent his bottle away, so can't have any more either. And yeah, those two will just be skirmishing with the 2 of them. In theory, nobody still should be dying. Same thing goes, of course, on the top lane, when we still have those 2 going on as well, as we have got the Bat just picking up his boots. So we'll have those And we'll be seeing Black getting last. He actually only got one more since last time we checked, so they are doing a good job here. 6 or 4 for Black for now with Illidan. No, Airman. Illidan Storm Mage, of course, the name that he uses here, but he is actually Airman. He's got 17 for 2, so actually getting himself a bit ahead. And we're gonna be seeing if they can actually get himself up. Like if you look at the counter initiation that Mousesports can throw at virtus.pro, is actually quite a lot. Disruption is gonna help out, but it's not gonna be able to do anything anymore. Ice Breath still gonna hit on Airman, but doesn't matter. Black's still getting harassed a lot. Like the thing that's annoying, of course, also that we have seen constantly before is Shadow Demon against the Anti-Mage. When Shadow Demon disrupts the Anti-Mage, it creates Anti-Mage illusions. I know, duh. And those illusions, actually, even if they can only get one hit off, they burn away Anti-Mage manas as well. And that's why we see Black not skilling his mana break, because he wants to be safe. He wants to have his blink. And at least wants to have mana for his blink. So I think by now virtus.pro realized that that is indeed the case, as we have got Tame about just patiently waiting for his bottle. He has to share the courier with the top lane, who is also still bottle crowing that. So of course, so it's fairly, you know, it's gotta be annoying as a Night Stalker, as he is totally out of mana right now. He is level 6, didn't pick up his darkness just yet, and that kind of means that he is just gonna wait until it is actually nighttime. He's gonna be banking on kills that he gets, or the levels that he gets during that first nighttime, to still get that darkness, and then pop the darkness while the first nighttime is still going on. Basically, that does the same. So we have got more harassment coming off here. There is no regen anymore for the Anti-Mage, apart from that magic stick, and he actually picked up a ring of regen, so we'll be going for that Tranquil Boots, I would guess. And I think also he'll be left alone fairly early on by his supports, as we do now finally have a counter word for this word. This is a new word that got placed there by the dire side, and looks like virtus.pro, they realize this is gonna go on, but they are not gonna be able to do anything about it. Invisibility rune picked up by Nyx. He also has a Vendetta. I'm gonna see him trying to rotate bottom there, perhaps. Maybe trying to get the haste rune and then go bottom with that. Picking up the level 1 Visage, perhaps? I mean, that would be a very successful gank, and he did indeed, he does go. If he finds that Visage is so incredibly dead. He's now level 2 though, but he is so incredibly dead. What am I saying? It's the wrong team. Ha! Lols, fail me. KSI goes down instead on his Undying. It's gonna be Illidan that drops as well. All of a sudden, 5 people on the bottom lane for Mousesports, and they get themselves the Shadow Demon as well. But at least NS was able to pick up himself up the Jakiro before he went down. And wow, that was a massive brain fart. But that actually, I mean, we saw level 2 just up on the Visage just a moment ago, and he's now level 3. Happy times. And the first excursion, of course, out of the lane for Fada to help his team out on the bottom lane. And they got a clean wipe on the tri lane on the bottom lane. So good job there. Gives Anti-Mage a bit of space. Not that much on the last hits. He only gets assist also for those kills, so doesn't get any of that also. But he doesn't die. He does get the experience, and he is now ahead of Airman and ahead of everybody else on the bottom lane. So he's going to be having an easier time, as we're going to be seeing Nature's Prophet. He actually got himself a double kill from that. So he managed to get himself 2 kills on that bottom lane. And therefore actually picks himself ahead for Santa. Santa is level 6, and he actually, I think he just... Where did his gold go? He really only has a Tranquil Boots. Because like, I was kind of thinking, you know what, he wants to go for Blink Dagger, that's why he hasn't left his lane yet. But he doesn't have a Blink Dagger yet. It's 7 minutes in, I can't really blame him, but still, he hasn't left his lane either. I'm kind of expecting him to do either. Maybe he's gonna be trying to go for a kill on that guy first. Tame has already been scouted out by the Treants though, and it's actually enough for him to back off. He is of course level 7 right now, still not picked up a Hunter in the night, but it is nighttime. And the thing about a Night Stalker in nighttime is he either needs to get guaranteed kills or he needs to free farm. Basically one of those, and right now he's not getting anything right now. Maybe he can get a kill up on this bottom lane if they're gonna dive the tower. Maybe they can finally kill off the Anti-Mage. Would be a big feat if they actually did that. As we're gonna see him actually not getting anything, and he's rotating around again. This is so painful. This is so painful. Santa gonna be fighting Fada here, or vice versa actually. There goes Nature's Prophet a little bit bouncing through. Impale, TP in as well. Spike Carap is, like I said, helping out massively. He's gonna fly up the high ground. Will be enough actually. He is gonna be able to TP himself out. Nicely done by Santa there. And look at this positioning from Mouse. They're so careful. They are so careful. They know that this is waiting for them. 4 heroes hanging around, then they actually back off. That's the wrong decision, because here they come. Team up with the double damage rune. It's already Black that's gone away. Maybe they can pick up the support still. Ice Bat is gonna try to help out, but Alex still going down. We have a void up on the Nino, gonna try to get away. There's another silence up on the anti-mates. I shall not blink, but he's gonna go for the Nino anyway. And Black can't get anything done yet on the Night Stalker. He does have his mana break, but he doesn't have, or he does have his mana void, but he doesn't have the mana break, that is. So that's gonna be him not being able to pick up the kill. And the bottle healing Tamer Wild back up again. This will be the first tower that they get. With Tamer Wild picking up the gold, and all of a sudden now the movement from him is actually worth it again. Wasn't worth it before. Let's actually put up the net worth to see what kind of effect it has. Because Fada, I mean, he has left his lane. He went for kill up on Santa that he didn't get, so he also wasted a bit of time there, wasted a bit of abilities as well. But he's still doing nicely on the mid lane. It's still gonna be the Night Stalker that is ahead, though, of him. And that is, of course, courtesy of that tower, of course, also helping out quite a bit. In the meantime, Koikfa is going to be continuing farming. He's got 2k gold. I'm kind of curious to see what he's going to go for. Because normally we see Koikfa picking up a fast hand of Midas. But apparently this time not the case. As we have got a rotation from KSI and Santa. They're not seemingly not quite sure about where they're going to go. They do have the lasso, of course. They just need to find that right possibility to find the opening and get indeed the lasso up on there. And without a blink dagger, it's kind of difficult to do unless you come from something like the Forest or something like that. Oh, Vampire. Disruption, gonna help out. Shallow Grave still there. Regen rune picked up. I still think he's gonna go down, and then there indeed he goes. At least he denied the rune. Oh, actually, still alive. Soul Rip helping out. Here comes the rest of virtus.pro. Gonna try to make a bit of amends here, as they already pick up Visage. Visage not able to pick up the Shadow Demon in return. It was close though. It was very close, but it is an S that kept himself alive, and he actually picked or got himself the bottle from Santa to get the 2 bottle charges up that he's gonna be using to make sure that he stays in the lane. And gonna be giving it away back to Santa, and that's gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a very good fight for virtus.pro. I mean, they only got 1 kill out of that, of a support Visage, yes, but again they wasted another vendetta of the Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin again didn't have time to farm. He actually forced himself all the way back to base. Because, you know, it costs a lot of mana to cast all that stuff that he did, and it's just not worth to, you know, be running around on half mana with having no kill potential. And yeah, it's a very good fight there, with the Nest still staying alive. Massive jukes. Massive jukes. Black in the meantime finally getting some free farm with the tower going down. It actually was in favor for him, because virtus.pro, they lost their attention for the bottom lane for now. Actually they are rotating again, and Black does see that, I believe, even though they are smoked, so he doesn't see that. He feels completely safe here. Let's see how long he's going to be feeling safe when there's a silence gonna come in. Black is going to show himself. There he goes. Here comes the silence as well, though. Shall not blink. There's also a lasso. Going to be hitting up on him, and there should be enough damage to take him down before he can blink away. Let's see if it's going to be. No, he still blinks and he runs, but Tamer Wild, he has got the nighttime with him, and he will be able to pick up the kill. And that is the first time that Black goes down on the bottom lane. Safety that he got from the tower going down, not being safety at all. In the meantime, though, they might be trading a tier 1 for that. Looks like Fortification is going to try to help out delay it, and they do want to fight it. Coming in from the side, they will have 5 heroes here in the mid lane for virtus.pro, and everybody scatters from Mousesports. Nobody want to stick around there. This Koikfa had still picked up the Hand of Midas, so it might be a bit later than we are used to seeing from him, but he still picked it up. He's going to be continuing trying to get his deficit that I mean, he's not been farming as well on the top lane as he had, I was going to say. But he actually has been farming quite amazingly well. And that's also because the courier is still bringing something towards someone else. Yeah, so the bit of less value for a nice ice path. Nobody to follow it up on. Disruptions create more helicopters, but it is actually a Koikfa that is getting ahead now on the net worth. Also because of that double kill, but Hand of Might is now helping out as well. We have got a tower going down though, here in the mid lane. And they have traded it to a tier 1 top. There's gonna be Airman that's still gonna go down, or still gets a cooldown before he goes down, but down he goes anyway. Black though, that's not worth it if indeed Black goes down, and he does. That's not a worth it trade at all. We're gonna have Koikfa getting a lasso up his face. He hasn't died yet so far. Is it gonna be getting a change right now? Here comes KSI with another decay. Impale gonna hit from the side again. Koikva is indeed gonna go down. Silence up on Alex. Doesn't have anything right now and will be going down as well. Still lands a dual breath. But the Soul Rip will make sure that KSI stays alive. Now Fada is going to be landing another Impale. It doesn't hit anything though. Spike Carapace helping out. Mana Break doesn't do anything because there's no mana up on KSI. And that will be the death of Fada as well. Unless he can really get himself out of this place. But I don't think he can. He cannot. 11 for 6 in favor of virtus.pro. Massive massacre in the middle lane. And Fada the last one to die with that. And of course the first time that Nature's Prophet actually went down. And that's gonna be almost a Blink Dagger up on Santa. He's taking a long time for that. Come, yeah, KSI really doing the name of his hero justice with the Undying, doing Undying things. Of course, they still lost Airman. That's still pretty painful. Don't get me wrong, but they got so much more in return. I mean, they got the Anti-Mage at the start of the fight, and you know, if Anti-Mage would have gone down at the end of the fight, it wouldn't be that bad for Mousesports. But Black actually didn't get any of the experience there, apart from Airman's that died first, of course. So he didn't get any extra experience. He couldn't get himself out anymore. He went down for the second time, so he is not doing as good as he was hoping he would at this time of the game, I would think. But then again, it is still an anti-mage. He is still farming. He actually picked himself up indeed a Tranquil Boot. Still has a belt of strength because he still wants to get his treads at some point, I'd guess. But so far, Battle Fury is out of the question. He's not farmed enough by far just yet. And for now, Mousesports is really relying on Koikva to get himself some momentum in the game, to make sure that the push is going to come out, to make sure that virtus.pro is busy all the time with pushing the lanes back out again. Because that's the only thing right now that is buying time for Black. Wow. Got the gold graph jumping back and forth. It's not that big of a difference yet, even though there are, of course, 5 kills in difference. There's only 1k gold in favor of virtus.pro. And that's just also because of that Koikva doing good. But also because, basically, the Shadow Demon doesn't really have anything just yet. Just like KSI doesn't have anything. Well, the support, well... What am I saying? Support. Well, the support from Mousesports also don't have that much. Actually, the Sekiro is still a bit sad. He has level 5 still. No macro fire from this yet. It looks like Mousesports are gonna try to go for a bit of a push here. And having Black actually with them also, they're gonna just try to go for the tier 2. They're gonna be forcing out a fight with that. Now with Bedrider having a Blink Dagger up, this fight could go south real fast. And it's only 10 seconds before the darkness is there anymore. Again, without the nighttime, he doesn't really do anything. Santa looking for that Blink. Here comes the TP. There goes the Blink. It gets us a Jakiro, though. That's probably not the one that he wants to go for. Cooldown still coming down. Hits upon Fada, but the... Spike Carapace is going to be there as well. He's going to try to TP himself out. The disruption stops it though, and they will be trying to take him now. That's going to be very easy to do. There you go. And they get and a Jakiro and Fada, and that is 2 kills. Black was able to get himself out of that place, so TP towards the bottom lane, and is going to be continuing to farm here. They did take the tower though. So they did get some extra pressure, and this kind of means that when Mousesports is going to be pressured, they're going to be sending an anti-mage with the Mad Style, if he has that by that time, or a Nature's Prophet towards the top lane, and he is going to be able to push out the tier 3. So that is going to be very helpful for him. But with that fight, the gold graph goes back towards the 0 line. And in terms of towers, by the way, the towers were even until that top tower dropped. Now Mousesports is actually 1 tower ahead, and we can just consider that one to be the tower, as if this tower drops, it will be even once again. We have in the meantime the experience graph going slightly in favor of virtus.pro. That's of course because of kills. Kills give experience, later kills give more experience, and the last kills went the way of virtus.pro. So that is just that, as we have got the tower being defended. Wow. Quite surprising that they didn't go in on that. They didn't want to risk it. They didn't want to lose a fight. And playing it very safe. And also didn't want to be having a tower being pressured up on them in return, as the bottom tower is going to get pressured by Mousesports really soon. Black on his way there. And he has got a the Yasha. So he is going to go for that Mantis Tower as a first item, I think. And that kind of says that, you know, he is not going to be the anti-mage that he normally is. Maybe later on in the game he will be. But for now he is just going to be a split pusher. When he actually gets his Mantis Tower up, that is. So that's going to be Mousesports putting on some extra pressure when he actually gets that. In the meantime, the Visage actually got himself a level 6, so he's got some familiars. We're going to see how big of a role they can play. Of course, the thing about familiars is that they are a bit harder to control than the normal creeps. Visage is considered one of the hardest micro heroes in the game, purely for the fact that these creeps don't have the normal pathing of the creeps that you normally control. so you can't really use the same controls. But we're gonna be seeing how the Nino can deal with them and how they can work to their advantage, because they kind of need some. Well, they kind of need the disable that comes into team fights. They have a lot of disable already, of course, with the impale and the ice path, etc. But these stuns, the AoE stuns coming from the familiars, are just very useful to have in those fights. As we have got virtus.pro also going for some pressure on the bottom lane. We haven't looked at Airman for a while. He's been going for BKB. He's got himself the drums already, and of course also the Sanj. Well, the Ring of Aquila. I don't know why I constantly want to say Sanj. I don't know. That's the second time today. Well, second time this game, anyways. Flame break. Gonna be looking for the visage. Gonna be finding the visage. Leap in and lasso and cooldown actually being used for that. Very short cooldown. They will pick up the kill, no real surprise. Airman picking up the last hit. Oh, familiars actually will get dropped. May I just remind you that the familiars one, they cost 200 or the 100 gold per piece, so 200 gold in total. Two, the flak cannon actually clears out those visages, those familiars, real fast. From the sidelines, here comes virtus.pro. They want to try to stop the push and they want to try to take this fight. Flame break gonna help out. It is gonna be an impale on Timberwell. He can't do anything anymore. Ice path as well. Mana void going through. Timberwell buys back though. Santa and a lot of trouble is gonna get picked up as well. No, disruption helps, saving his life. Here comes Airman though, looking for a couple of flak cannons. Gonna be getting an impale. Will be slowed down. Another ice path as well. Even though he dodges that, he still cannot chase. They cannot get a fight. They cannot get a kill up on Mousesports. And they lost themselves the Night Stalker, and they lost themselves only the Night Stalker actually. Just the Night Stalker. He actually bought back. And that's quite painful for virtus.pro. He doesn't have that much money. It was the first time that he died, by the way. Quakefa, 2900 gold after picking up a Shadow Blade. So it's gonna be that real semi-carry that his team is looking forward to having. Black, 1800 gold for him. In the meantime, the pressure comes again on the top lane. Let's see if Mousesports this time is also going to be trying to defend their tier 1 tower. Like they did last game. Or last push.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There's some familiars on their way. But no heroes. And they're actually going to be fighting Tamar Wild. There's going to be 3 heroes for him right here. And that is going to be the death of him. Unless he can really run himself away really fast. He doesn't have any tango or anything like that. Going to be familiars and stuns and ice paths and even a Macropire to take him down. And his team not going to come in time. They actually killed off the tower before they came. And that's going to be the second death for Tamar Wild on the Night Stalker in the nighttime also. So it's a good time to be able to shut him down. And we have got epic laning music to assist with that one. Exciting music as Quakefa TPs himself into the bottom lane. Runs himself away after seeing someone coming in for him. Pops the Shadow Blade, gonna be away safe. And that's it. Well. Of course, for people that are wondering, that is indeed a bug in Dota TV or in Dota. At the moment, sometimes the laning music just gets turned on way high. And then nothing exciting happens, even though we could have seen something exciting from the Nature's Prophet, but it didn't happen. Gem of Truth set up on Santa, by the way. They want to be able to see that Nyx, so they're going to be trying to scout out any wards right now first, so they're going to be counter-warding everything. And they will also, with that counter-warding, already alerting Fada that there is indeed a Gem of Truth set up on them. And they actually, we actually might see virtus.pro go for a Roshan fairly soon, as they do have the lineup for that, and they can just try to take it down. Not going to be Tamar Wild that's going to be helping with that though. Quakefa farming in the enemy jungle, picked himself up an ultimate orb. Probably going for a hex or something like that. So we still have Black happily farming. Now picked himself up the Manta style. And there's indeed the Roshan. Let's see how fast they can do this. It's not going to be that fast, but it might be fast enough because Mousesports, they can't really fight here just yet. They probably are okay with the time that's being given to them. Linken's being popped on the Roshan. And that is indeed going to be the Roshan going down. No contest for anything. And they aren't losing anything in return for it, apart from Black farming. And, you know, one could argue how big of a deal that is at this stage. I mean, he is still going to be a very dangerous anti-mage the longer the game goes. So having an Aegis right now is probably the best thing, and try to pressure something to make sure you get the mid game going. And the mid game, I mean, you only have 15 minutes left in the mid game before it actually goes into end game, with Fada actually popping up his Nyx Assassin Vendetta. But he can't find anything. Because as we can see on the minimap, everybody is on the bottom lane apart from the Gyro, who's actually hanging in his base. Who finished up his BKB with that Roshan kill, by the way, so that will be a nice asset for the next fights. Because there's a lot of disables coming up from Mousesports, a lot of AoE disables as well with the Impale and the Ice Path. And the pressure coming on the top lane. It is Mousesports that wants to keep on the pressure right now, just to give Black a bit of time to farm. I like it. The next TP bottom, got himself the mechanism for his team, by the way. We'll be having that support line, making sure that Koikfa doesn't have to get that. That Koikfa can just go for those semi-carry items that he really wants to have. In the meantime, it is Visage that has got himself some mana boots and a magic wand. Alex, no mana boots, but does have a magic wand as well as an urn. So we'll be having that for his team. But basically, they don't really have that much. Hello, Farah. He's gonna be just fine. Pop this Vendetta to be safe. And then they know that he is there, and the gem is there, but Santa won't be able to find him. Fada actually backed himself off very fast, realizing that someone with the gem was bound to come in. And there's 5 heroes now from virtus.pro in this bottom lane, and they are gonna get split pushed though. Nature's Prophet is already top. He's already looking to pressure the tier 3. Now, is it worth losing a tier 2 for a tier 3? Yes, it is. So let's see if virtus.pro is actually gonna try and trade that, because I don't think they really want to. Gonna be a tier 2 instead. Tier 2 middle is gonna be the target for Mousesports. It's gonna be the Night Stalker that they find though. The TPs are gonna come in, but it's gonna be too late for Timawal, I think. Getting stunned up. Here comes a blink in. Lasso up on Farah. Taking a lot of damage. Timawal still standing alive. It is gonna be the Spike Carapace that helps out though, but it's not enough. Farah still goes down. Nice soul rip to help keep Timawal up as the Nino goes down. Nice disruption locking him in place. They're also gonna be able to pick up all the familiars, and now it's a Nature's Prophet that's running away for his life. Black of course already blinked himself into safety, so he is already just fine. Just like Alex, who got himself out safely as well. But it is going to be a tier 2 that drops on the bottom lane, and it is going to be a fight going the way of virtus.pro, and they didn't get the tower. It was very close, but they didn't get it. Tower gonna be dropping. Push gonna continue. Koikfa just waiting if there's gonna be any counter push, if there's gonna be any TPs.
Top tower is under attack.
There's at least gonna be one. Airman will be here to defend with a flag cannon. As soon as he has it. And it's gonna be Koikfa already with TPing back to base. That TP was all that he wanted. They realize that someone might still be here, but he is gonna be TPing himself out. So Santa's gonna be too late. Double damage picked up by the Night Stalker. He's by himself though, he has to be so careful because also he can be getting picked up fairly early. Oh, hello. It's gonna be a Father that's gonna be here. Tamer Wild actually coming in. I don't think that's a good idea. He is gonna get picked up real fast. The mana point would do the job, but does Black want to use it? He wants to save it for the time that he gets back up. Age is being used, and they are gonna be able to pick him up real quick. The team of the team of Timberweld wasn't there at all. They were all on the top lane in their own jungle. Well, only NS came to try and maybe help out, but he couldn't have done anything. And with that kill, actually, it looks like Mousesports is going to get their tier 1 tower, making the tower count even again.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And it doesn't look like virtus.pro is going to be able to do anything in return for it. And they're just going to be grouping up to try and defend their tier 2.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Disruption, trying to help out. TPs are gonna come in. There goes a tombstone as well. Fada trying to do what he can to stop Santa from doing anything. BKB gets popped. Colon gonna come down. It's gonna be Alex that's gonna be the last one to get left behind. He is gonna be going down, but as is the Nino. Fada's still dying as well. They're gonna try to get Koikfa. The lasso and the silence and the disruption, everything being thrown at him. Quite overdue, but doesn't matter. He goes down anyway. 4 dead on the side of Mousesports. virtus.pro win themselves at another fight. The question is though, can they get something in return? And again, one thing to point out, Black didn't die. He still only died twice. He's still gonna be that force that is gonna be the anti-mage force that we all know. And virtus.pros have to kind of make haste if they want to be able to do something against that split push that he brings. But it's gonna be too late to get anything in return for the fight that they just did, because The heroes are already gonna be back up. Only 20 seconds left until Quake 5's back up live, and that's gonna be the end of that one. They pushed out the bottom lane, but that's it. They realize where black is. They draw a circle on the map, but doesn't matter. We've got the gem by now, by the way, up on the Night Stalker. As we almost got the ward down, but I don't think they realized the ward didn't go down. Oh well. Tower is gonna get denied here. That's gonna be one tower in favor for Mousesports right now, with the gold graph evening up, experience graph in favor of virtus.pro. But if you're almost 30 minutes into a game and you have 3k advantage on the experience, it basically means nothing at all. We do, however, see where that experience lies in. It is way more evenly spread on virtus.pro than it is on Mousesports. Look at that difference. Level 8 on the Jakiro with level 17 on the Nature's Prophet. Both the highest and lowest go in the way of Mousesports, and everybody from virtus.pro just sitting around between 11 and 15, which is a really decent difference between the highest and the lowest. The question is which is going to be more important. And I think, well, the later on the game goes, the more important those supports are going to be, because they kind of need to be, you know, still be able to be alive long enough in the fight to be of a big asset. And of course, Jakiro is going to be a great one for that, especially with his ice path. And it's going to be great to make people fight inside that Macropyre as well. But he needs to be able to stay alive long enough. And with level 8 up against a Night Stalker that is level 15, that will be something that's very tricky to do. Why do I hear? I heard an Nature's Prophet ultimate bouncing through. That was it. 3 heroes in the middle lane for virtus.pro. Looks like they're okay with the way things are going right now. They're not really in any rush to pressure Mousesports, even though we would expect they would be kind of wanting to pressure purely because of that anti-mage on the map. And because, yeah, they have to actually go back towards the top lane fairly soon, because the anti-mage is pressuring that top lane. We do have Airman picking up the Helm of the Dominator, so we're either gonna see a Satanic up soon, or first a Yasha and then a Satanic.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And we're seeing Bat with a blink and a Force Staff, looking for a target. Can we find someone though? No, he cannot. Now he can, maybe. No. Jakiro already flying himself away. Pressure on the tier 3, he's gonna be there first. In the meantime, on the bottom lane, the tier 2 will drop from the Nyx Assassin and the Nature's Prophet, but they are TPing themselves out right now. With Anti-Mage still being on the top lane, still not TPing himself out, has still got the Mantis House, so we'll be able to do some damage on the tier 3 there, and they are actually he's actually going to be joined by the Nature's Prophet. But we're sticking here seeing how this is going to go. Ice Path is going to make sure that nobody is going to chase those two. The Flak kind of trying to help out cleaning the barracks, but they have to be so close, so fast, because they have to defend their own racks. And now the TPs go out. Now the BKB goes on for Airman though. There's going to be still Demonic Birds up on the Nyx Assassin. Fada trying to do what he can. TP out from Airman. Will be able to be safe. Very long TP though. But they're going to go towards the top lane. It is going to be Airman that is able to clean this out. But they did lose their melee racks. So it's an even trade. Melee Rax goes down there, and it's actually the Bat Rider that still went down here on the top lane. In the meantime, looks like Ines is going to be dropping here as well. Black is going to be going for a kill there. One more hit will do the job. They also got the Undying at the back end of things. And that is going to be 3 heroes down on side of virtus.pro. And maybe, after the even trade of 1 Rax for both, maybe Mousesports is going to get an advantage here by trading another, or getting another Rax. Not really trading, but just getting something in return as a prize for the kills that they just did. The kills that basically happened. Oh, yeah. Oh, whoa, Airman. No way. He goes down so fast. Looks like Black. He picked himself up a Battle Fury. Well, we're seeing the signs of that. And he has got 3.4k gold still in his inventory. And the buyback instantly comes from Airman. That forces them out, but that just goes to show at what stage this game has come into. This is what phase we're in right now. It is the anti-mage phase. He is gonna be very annoying to deal with. I'm quite surprised he hasn't picked up his power threads yet instead of the Tranquil Woods, but we're probably gonna see that happening fairly soon. As we're gonna have Black he is just farming. And he is farming good also. Invisibility rune picked up by Fada. Can he do something with it though? If he finds a nest, that's a kill. We have got the Airman with the Demon's Edge. Gonna be going for the MKB, I would imagine. Unless he thinks that he can't win this game without a, you know what I mean, a rapier. Well, I don't think that's gonna be the case. I think he's just preparing for Black to get a butterfly, and you want to get an MKB in that case. Fada thinking about doing something here, but he can't really go in by himself. Not with 3 heroes there, 4 even though he didn't see the 4th just yet. There was a Bat Rider building towards the BKB as well. Looks like they're gonna try to Roshan. Mousesports. Why are they not trying to Roshan? Why are they not trying to contest this? Because I think they could. But they're actually backing out.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Maybe they're thinking that they are smoking up. Now there's gonna be Nature's Prophet 3 hands to scout it out. But it's gonna be, I think, too late to do anything about it.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
And this is, yeah, free Roche.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
And of course, last time we saw Roche going down in favor of virtus.pro. They took away the tier 2 on the top lane. Why am I seeing a white box? They took away the tier 2 on the top lane. But this time Mouse doesn't get anything in return. And there is still the Divine Rapier. So I said it. And this kind of means that virtus.pro is thinking, you know what, this anti-mage, he is way too buffed right now. So I'm gonna go for the Divine Rapier because otherwise we can't fight him. And it's gonna be Rapier time. Black is gonna be finding out first hand at first. So we're gonna see it soon if he clicks the inventory, which for now he doesn't. I mean, we're gonna see pings on the minimap when it happens, I would say. It's gonna be 5-man top soon for Mousesports. But virtus.pro, they're lucky to have TPs because they're gonna need them. Fana standing around. There is a gem though. They realize he's there. They know exactly where he is. There is a BKB up on table mount, but he can't pop it. The Hex is first though. Impale still on Illidan. Lasso gonna be taking Fada home with him. Fada gonna be in a lot of trouble. Gonna get silenced up. Gonna use his Ghost Step to try to stay alive, but it's not gonna be enough. He's gonna get picked off. And the rest of Mousesports backing off. We still have Nature's Prophet getting stunned up, but there's nobody there to chase him down anymore. He pops his Ghost Scepter. He's gonna be fine. In the meantime, Quickfire has managed to pick himself up an MKB.
Warriors of the wood.
And it is indeed butterfly time for Black. So if we're not going to see an MKB upon someone from virtus.pro soon, that Rapier is not going to be doing half as much as it otherwise would because, well, actually it is Airman that should be getting the MKB because he will miss otherwise upon Black, and you can't have that. But virtus.pro, with picking up the Aegis and the Rapier, they kind of mean like they need to win this game within 6 minutes. 6 minutes since the Roshan went down, so I guess only 4 minutes left. So we're going to see them going for a push. They're going to be trying at least to take one out the last tier 2 tower that is still standing, and they will be able to do that. But they will also be forced to TP top. Bottom rather, because the push is going to come in. Actually, Black is backing off from this one. TPs are going to come in here. It is going to be Fada that's gonna be getting himself the Vendetta to get himself away. Doesn't want to get lassoed. They want to try to turn this around. Cooldown's gonna come down. Doesn't hit on anything. They can't find any targets. Now BKB on cooldown for Airman. Disruption is still there. Hits up on Quickfa. And they still have, of course, the lasso. It is just Santa that has to find the target. Can't find it. Tower still goes down, but they can't find any kills. Maybe they can find the Nino. Nice burst damage up on an S. With Quickfa TPing himself out. Lasso finally hits. It's gonna be indeed the Nino that's gonna be taken down. And Impale still hits up on Illidan. He is still Airman. Gets put in the disruption, saving his life. It is still the kill upon the Visage. Goes the way of Santa. Buyback from the Visage. And all of a sudden 5 heroes for virtus.pro because also Tamar Wild came in. It is of course nighttime. He does have the extra movement speed, so he is here and he is ready to go get some kills. But it is very hard to push up the high ground like this. They're really banking on the flak cannon, but he gets turned into a piglet. We're actually going to just follow Airman. Ice Pants is going to try to lay him. In the meantime, we're going to be seeing Fada running away towards his base. He is low. Quickfire is about to drop them, but he can buy back. Nino, he just bought back and going to go down again. Now we see Black coming in. Going to go for KSI. KSI goes down. Now going for Tamar Wild. Getting silenced up. Ice Pants is going to help out, and it's going to be the Nature's Prophet that still gets the last hit on the Night Stalker. Tower goes down. Because Airman still got that, but Airman, he doesn't have his Aegis anymore, and he is going to be on the run. He turns his BKB on, wants to still go for this. He's going to be finding Quickfire. It's going to be the TP out though, but the mana break that actually interrupts it, and that's going to be the Rapier on the floor real soon. And we didn't see, damn, I keep waiting to see the Rapier on the floor and have the new animation, but nobody leaves it on the floor long enough. Wait a second. Quickfire picks it up, okay. Koikva picks up the rapier, and that was just virtus.pro overextending. And actually, Airman, he buys back. No second rapier. This is trouble, though. This is a lot of trouble, actually. I mean, they got the tier 3. They would have hoped this fight would have gone a lot better. But they should have backed out after Gyro lost his Aegis, and he now is gonna go for an MKB. Well, that's about time. That is indeed about time. The mid lane getting pushed out by the Nino. Nature's Prophet feeling very comfortable with his Aegis. No, with his rapier. The thing is, of course, I mean, you have got yourself a rapier. Yeah, you're happy because you stole the rapier from your opponent team. But you also make yourself a target with that. So we might see Mousesports just playing it very safe until they can take down this guy again to try and have that Aegis on. By the way, in the meantime, Haster is getting picked up by nobody. But we might see Mousesports playing very safe because of that. But it also means that virtus.pro, they're not going to be sitting ducks. They're not going to be waiting ducks. They want to try to go for that Nature's Prophet. They want to try to take the Aegis back. The rapier. Why do I keep calling it Aegis? Koikva is gonna be the target. Here they come. There's gonna be disruption to start things off with. Alex is gonna be the first one there. There he goes. Black coming in also though. Koikva shadowblading him away. And there is gonna be an airman being turned into pick the lasso. It's up on Koikva. Can they take him down in time? And he doesn't have an Aegis. He does go down. There's a rapier on the floor, but we can't see who picks it up right now. It is in the hands of airmen once again. Mana Void does a lot of damage, but it is Black that goes down. Fada trying to get himself away. Disruption trying to help keep Airman alive. Soul Catcher on Fada. Airman is going to be running for his life. Will be able to be doing so this time, as Fada cannot chase him anymore. He is too low on life, and he is going to be safe. Nightstalker still managed to pick up the Jakiro inside the base, but the main thing is here. The main thing is this guy. He doesn't have an Aegis. He is very low on HP, but he doesn't seem to care. He has his rapier back in his inventory, and Koikva not surviving with that red target on his face. It is the lasso that got him killed. It is the lack of a BKB that got him killed, and he has got now 2 racks down for him and his team. 2 sets of racks, that is, as we're gonna see virtus.pro rotating towards the bottom lane. It is all or nothing for Mousesports though. Can they turn this around? Can they secure their spot to Kiev? They had it. They were so close with that rapier in the hands of Koikva. Cooldown coming down, hits a bit up on Fada, but the BKB turns on again. Fada is going to be going down there. It is Teamerwell that almost goes down to that Soul Assumption from the Visage. And they're going to leave 1 racks open this time. At least Airman is going to be backing out from this. He doesn't want to go down again. Let the rest suicide for those racks. He is not going to be a part of it. It is going to be the slow still Santa for staffing himself up to the high ground. It looks like Shadow Demon will be able to get himself alive. Will have another 4 staff in 9 seconds. 1 Shallow Grave or 1 Soul Grave Shield will be able to get him into position. Actually, Koikva TPing in finds himself an S. And S is going to go down, but the main important thing stays. I mean, this guy, he might not have a TP score because he had to drop it. Had to drop it for the rapier, you know. That's a worthy drop, a worthy trade, a rapier for TP scroll. But he is walking himself back space. He is safe. The only thing that we don't know though is that he is gonna be not having an Aegis. He is gonna be the one with the red target on his face right now. And if there's gonna be a Hex off before he can get his BKB off, we can consider him almost as good as dead unless the disruption is gonna be there in time, and the disruption guy is dead. Santa looking for a way in, perhaps he can find himself a lasso, gonna be blinking in, gonna be forced up himself out, gets turned into a pick though. Here comes Airman from the side, cooldown coming down, Flat Cannon doing tons of damage. It's gonna be Nature's Prophet, it's gonna be going down already. Can they also get more? Can they get Fada? It is Black that is not around here anymore. Black, by the way, has got himself a butterfly, so with no MKB yet, he wouldn't die as fast. But Fada, he will die as fast. Spike Carapace is not going to save his life. He is going to go down. 4 heroes on the sidelines for Mousesports and virtus.pro. They feel like they got this. Anti-Mage is going to try to split push this, though. He realizes that he can't fight 5-on-1, so he will just wait until everybody is in his own base on the bottom side, and maybe he can split push. Nature's Prophet is also going to be TPing here. He is going to be helping out with this push. There's going to be some TPs needed. Airman is actually also going to be forced to get a TP for himself, and he is going to be here very shortly. Black is going to be popping his mat style now, tries to turn things around, but he's taking a lot of damage also from his own illusions. Very low amount of Koikva is going to be invisible here standing around, but he's going to still go down because of the flames and because of the Shadow Demon. Apparently Santa looking for a way to get Black, but Black, he is way too fast. Blinks himself away as the illusions are almost killing off KSI, but they're going to be fine. Whoa. Mobile taking a lot of damage from that one, but that is still, I mean, the potential is definitely still there for Mousesports to still take this game. It is back and forth. They are fighting like till the bitter end because this is their chance. Either you go, if you lose, you go home. If you don't lose, you don't go home because you go to Kiev. Go to the LAN finals and be competing with the top 4 teams of the Star Series Season 5. And that's where both teams want to be. And for Mousesports, there's even, I mean, for Mousesports it's even worse. They have got 2 LANs to qualify for today. They also got all their group stage matches already for the EMS 1 today. So either they secure 2 LAN finals, 1 LAN final, or 0 LAN finals. It's going to be a very, very crucial day for them. I hope they're all in top form. The only downside is, of course, that they're not having their full lineup. Plus, is actually still not here. It's going to be the set of racks that's going to be going down. Ranged racks. That is mega creeps for virtus.pro. It is not yet GG, though. Don't count your blessings just yet, virtus.pro, because it is going to be Mousesports that are wanting to fight. They have got this push. It is going to be a lasso to start things up on Fada, though. Can they take him down before anything else happens? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Anti-Mage cleaning out some creeps, having to get himself back. The MKB is actually not there. It was Gyro that actually sold himself the Javelin to get himself the TP score. He now has got the Satanic, though, helping him keep alive. It is going to be Quakefire that's going to be running for his life. Airman! Airman! He pops a Satanic! And he can't stay alive with that. He's still taking so much damage from the Nino, but he will be able to stay alive. It was so close. The GG1 plate goes out. This is a team wipe. Tier 4 towers go down, and virtus.pro get themselves a spot in Kiev. LAN finals. Season 5 between No Tide Hunter, Fnatic, and Empire. Those 4 teams are gonna be going to those LAN finals that start on the 4th of April. Until the 7th of April, by the way. So we have got ourselves a bit of a break. Don't worry, though, because coming Wednesday, the games start for the tournament that virtus.pro is hosting with a lot of teams and a $6,000 prize pool. I will be casting that as well. There will be all best out of 3 matches, so keep your eyes out on... Eyes out? Keep your eyes out? Yeah, keep your eyes out for news on that. It's going to be on Journal as well as Ghost of Gamers, I guess, when the full schedule is fully released. But you can also, of course, always check out my website, SheeverGaming.com, where you see all the web matches that are happening during the day and during the day after. Also, who's casting what, as well as all the VODs of all the previous matches that are done, apart from, of course, if those VODs aren't there because of the casters not uploading it just yet. And, yeah. That was all the group stages. I actually casted every single one of them apart from 2. One was yesterday night when the schedule was overlapping way too much, and the last game of the day actually started before the arrest was over because they couldn't wait anymore. And the other one was on a Friday. I actually had other stuff to do, and actually tomorrow night is the first time I'm gonna have a night off casting, a night off in general. Wow, I'm gonna enjoy that one. And I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my night also, and you should too. And you should be watching some Dota because there's gonna be some great Dota going on tonight as well. It's gonna be another match that's gonna be happening for the DreamHack Dota 2 Invitational. Like I said, also the group stages for the EMS 1 for Group A are gonna be played, the one that has got Mousesports in it, as well as Fnatic North America, Team Liquid, I believe, did I say that right? TCM at least. No, Team Liquid is another group, never mind. No, it's gonna be TCM, Fnatic EU, Fnatic NA, Mousesports. That are those 4 teams that are going to be playing matches. That's all up on Join Dota. Of course, Good Studio is casting the matches for the DreamHack Invitational. There's also going to be a match for the Premier League, Absolute Legends taking on Dignitas, and I believe that are all matches for tonight. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you want to support me, subscribe on my YouTube and on my Twitch and on my Twitter, all under the same name of SheeverGaming. So that is that. And stick around for commercials if you want to. Otherwise, have a great night.